Hi students and families. Today we are going to talk about our first Big Day theme. Big Day is the curriculum that we use in the early childhood classrooms here in JCPS. This is our first big wall chart and we have the number 1 there. And our theme is called Ready for School because even though we're doing NTI right now, we are still ready. We're ready to go for school. We're ready to get on our computers every day, log on, and when we go back to in-person instruction, we will be ready to use our classroom. So if you've never been in an early childhood classroom before, boys and girls, this is what it looks like. There's different centers, right? And there's different things you can learn at each center. So we're gonna go through the centers and talk about the types of things you learn and the types of things you might be able to do once we get back to our centers. The cool thing about NTI is while we're at home and learning from our computers, we can take ideas from these different centers and activities and do them at home, which is really cool, isn't it? So the first one we're going to talk about is the writing center. And you see you have 2 kids and they're at a table. And what do you think you do at a writing center? Yeah, you write. You write your letters, you write your name, you might write a story and then draw a picture with that. So they're at the writing center. Do you think at the writing center you're loud or quiet? Quiet. You have to be nice and quiet and focused on learning at the writing center. And they look really focused. The next center is the math center. Do those bears look familiar to you? Yeah, we used them in our one-on-one meetings last week, didn't we? And typically we have the bears in those centers, in the math center, because they're called counting bears. She's using the counting bear, or he's using the counting bears on a scale. He's using them to see how much of the bears is heavier, this side or this side. He might be counting out those bears. Okay. What is she doing? This is one of the most fun centers, I think. She's painting. Yeah, she's at the art center. She's painting a beautiful picture. What color is she painting her picture? Yellow, Miss Natalie's favorite. I like this painting. So she's quietly painting in the art center. Okay. What are they doing? They're playing with puzzles. Do you play with puzzles at home? This is something we do in our centers that's really easy to do at home too during NTI. If you have any puzzles or you can print off puzzles, or that's something really easy. You just get down on the floor and do puzzles and you're working your brain hard to solve them. So they're doing puzzles on the carpet. What is she doing? She's building a block tower, and in our classrooms in early childhood, we have a block center. It's typically on the carpet, and you have hundreds of blocks to play with and build your own creations with. So this is the block center. We have the science center, and the science center is one of my favorite centers because a lot of learning and a lot of exploring happens there. In Science Center, we have a lot of things that are in nature. So we have leaves and rocks and fossils, and you can use things like the magnifying glass that she has to look at them really close up and to study them, right? And it looks like he's using a clipboard. He's very scientific, and he's using a clipboard to color a picture about his discovery of the leaves. So I think that is super fun. It's a super cool center. All right, over here we have, you guessed it, technology. Yeah, the technology center, or the computer. And we do have computers in our classroom for kids to explore at centers. Now, when we go back to real school, I think we might be a little tired of the computers, and we probably will be pros at them. But yes, we have our technology center in our classroom. Back here we have the reading and listening center, or we call it the library, right? So we have a bunch of books. And if you notice, if you look really carefully in this picture, we have the books from the first theme. We have My New School, The Kissing Hand, which we already read, and Annie, Bea, and Chi Chi Dolores is hidden right back there. So she's listening to a book on the headphones, and he is in front of the bookcase playing with his magnetic letters like you all have. Back here is one of the kids' favorite centers. What are they doing? They look a little silly, don't they? They are in the dramatic play or the housekeeping or the kitchen area. So this is where you really get to play and use your imagination, make up characters, dress up like characters, and it's so fun to go to dramatic play with friends and just have a blast. Miss Natalie in her classroom, we do different themes in our dramatic play. So one day it might be a doctor's office, one day it might be a campsite, we did a fire station one year, and then all the different clothes and activities in that center will be about that theme, and it's really, really fun. So the dramatic play center is awesome, right? So this is what a picture of a classroom looks like, and part of being ready for school is being ready to be in the classroom. Now, like I said earlier, our classroom looks a little different this year, right? We're on NTI, we're using our computers, we're going on the Microsoft Teams, and it's a little bit different. But I hope that this gives you something to look forward to and to keep you motivated through our time on our computers. You guys are doing a great job. Keep up the good work. And until we're in our real classrooms, keep on rocking those Google Classrooms. Bye, guys.